It's in settings under community moderation.
I need to have it checked.
That was weird.
Set you guys to that
I've
too.
gone live.
Yeah, that's weird. Hopefully Sneak's good.
Visual yet.
I dropped a subscribe, but I'm still waiting to see a live notification. There we go. I got it. Live. Yeah. I don't see game feed, but I hear audio.
Yep, we should have game feed now. I had to point it from Warcraft 3 now. See the game. Do you see the game? Hopefully.
I do not. Do
I'm waiting. YouTube's delayed. Yeah, it's up now.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. You're up.
Perfect. Of course, we start with right here. I'm here to tell you how to kill people.
Yeah.
Since this is just a tutorial. Just skim through everything real quick. Yes, as on times. Phone calls. Alright. So here we go with the actual gameplay. Now, during this stream, I'll probably work through this as though you have played through the game before. I hope you guys don't mind. Of course, this is where the start of Jack's delusions are.
I don't think anybody will mind that you play through it that way, because I think most people watching currently have watched me play through both games at this point.
Yeah.
Day of first game. Jacket was first hired to kill somebody. He was sent with a mask named Richard. One new message. Tim at the bakery. He's referred to first just the package that's outside. Ingredients. Our directions. Target is a briefcase. Description is of the essence. Target at point F32 inside the website. Failure is not an option. We'll be watching. At this point in the game, we have no idea who it is who's hired Jacket to do killings. There's no evidence of whether he's done anything. We'll probably do a whole bunch of talking once we get the first newspaper that we can read. There are newspapers that you can read that describe the public's reaction, and there's also a magazine from an organization known as 50 Blessings that will play a major part in the narrative as we go on.
I think I got a big portion of the first game figured out, but the second game is just entirely throwing me for a fucking loop.
Yes, the second game. Have you ever noticed these signs on the ground before? It's very subtle and easy to miss, but these are markings of effectively you're targeted for killing by the masked killers. See, there's another one.
Yeah, you referring to the little red circle?
Yes.
Okay.
You see the red circle right there as well? I know it's
Yeah.
a little delayed. And for maximum points,
This is insane.
I'm not playing my best.
You're not playing your best? What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I'm a little nervous. This is the first time I've got an audience when I'm playing this game.
Brother, what?
One of us.
You cleared 2 levels quicker than it took me to clear the whole fucking game.
I mean, that's just 2 levels.
Yeah, but I struggled so fucking hard when I first played those.
So it seems we've stumbled upon a homeless man's territory. Should be easy enough to take him out. But if you remember from the beginning of the game, Jacket froze up after this. This is the first time he's ever killed somebody who's truly innocent. And yet, all the same, he needed to kill somebody. Alright, let's see what our score is. Playstyle generic. Not my highest score, but most of my high scores were gotten with the combo extension mask. So since you've played the second game, you played as this guy, Beard. Do you remember what happens to him? I'll take that as a no.
I was gonna say, as you Chaos, I don't.
Sorry, I was muted. I vaguely remember what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, as it turns out, he dies in San Francisco after it gets nuked.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hi there, man. Haven't seen you around. Thought something might have happened to you. You seemed really down over losing your girlfriend. Don't remember seeing you after that. Maybe we should talk about something else. So out for a midnight snack, huh? Oh, don't worry about it. It's on the house. Good to see you, and have a nice night. Did I end up muting myself in Discord?
No, I can hear you in here.
Okay. Am I coming through on the stream as well?
Yeah, but there's no, there should be an echo, but there isn't because YouTube's so delayed.
I turned my YouTube way down, so your audio is clear on my end.
Well, I was going
That's
to mute
lame.
myself here just so that way I'm not repeating myself, and that my voice is a little more synced up with what is happening in game.
Okay.
Alright, speaking only on YouTube now.
Hey, use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Just a second.
Okay. Well, I'll catch you up with Red Black. This guy, his name is Beard. He fought in a war in Hawaii in the second game. You play as him for a little while as part of the soldier crew. He ends up dying in San Francisco after a nuke gets dropped on the city. You'll hear a little later on they refer to some bad events that happened in San Francisco, but it was never made clear in this game what had happened. But that, of course, means that the Beard here isn't actually here. If you remember, if don't know how much you saw of the game. Let me think. Eventually, we realized that the majority of the events of the game happened while Jacket character was in a coma, and this is part of it. Beard is long dead, but by the point that these events would have happened. Jacket never talks to Beard while he's
Alright, I'm back.
never has a chance to visit him. So for the majority of the game, Jacket is a pretty unreliable narrator. I do believe that for the most part, it can be pretty safe to assume that what happened really obvious when something's wrong. So here is the first little extra bit of stuff. Thank you for subscribing to our newsletter. Appreciate your interest in our cause.
You're talking, I can't hear you.
It must be something to get it.
No, he muted himself in Discord.
Oh, I gotta. Okay, I'll turn YouTube up then.
But he is
Okay, I got.
Yeah,
I got
he
you.
saw my message. The game's a little louder than you are.
How about now? How do I sound? Hello? Maybe it's just the desktop audio as a whole.
Still lower. Is there a way you can turn your voice up?
My voice is at maximum. Looks like I think I'm capturing the game audio within the desktop audio, so I just turned all of that down. So now, how does my voice sound? I forgot to do this as well. There you go. Black and Chaos, you're both my moderators now. And how do I sound now? Louder or quieter than the game?
Yeah, still a little low.
Okay. I have turned the desktop audio way down. Test, test. Okay. I guess I just gotta like really turn the desktop audio way down. I don't see any way within OBS itself to change my voice volume any higher. I have already maxed out. So how am I? Any lower and it's pretty much muted. Yes, my mic and the audio capture are separate. Audio mixer is tracking them separately. I guess my mic just isn't very loud overall. But as of the desktop, the audio stopped getting captured entirely. Oh, I hear myself. Uh-oh. I hear you. I hear myself through you, Chaos. Okay. I might also just be naturally quiet. But desktop audio I have set to be basically as quiet as it possibly can without being muted. Well, I don't hear myself anymore, so I guess it's fixed. Oh, now I hear it. No. Yeah, it sounds like my voice is coming through still just ever so slightly delayed. But, is the audio balancing at least fixed? Hmm. Game sounds basically off now. Oh. Yeah, I turned the game sound way down. I guess I should probably be listening to my own stream instead of having you guys work through it. Let's see. Technical difficulties, fellas. Let's see. I'm listening to my own stream. You guys might end up hearing it slightly, or you might not. We'll see. Hotline Miami. I believe if you right-click on the volume settings, you should get an option for volume mixer, or open sound settings, and then input, and then you can just disable the input, I think. Okay. How's this? Did that change anything? No, it doesn't seem like it's changing anything. That's just my own. Totally scuffed streaming, it seems, today. Oh well. That means. Okay. Okay, how does my sound come across as compared to the game audio? I have to mute my microphone? Okay. Ah, okay. Mrs. Chaos is currently muted. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can't find a way to turn my own microphone volume up. Let's see. Input, device properties. Ah, I see it at 20. I'm going to change that to... Okay, how do I sound now? Gonna rack up hours playing this game just trying to get set up. Sure, I set it to 50. Let's set it to... I'll save it at 70, and then now. Okay, how do I sound now? Okay, we're good to go. Last thing that I need to do is turn you guys up then, because I cannot hear you myself. I've done the Warcraft 3 streams, but I completely rearranged every single sound setting recently because I realized that I had everything at... Cool. Okay. I still hear myself through... I still hear myself through you, Chaos. Yeah. I mean, if you have even a single audio... If you still... Every time I hear my own voice, I get my tongue caught up. Yes, for you. Yes, I can hear I can hear everything through your mic now. Yes. Yes, I can hear you through Discord. The only thing I could think to do is either leave yourself muted for the most part, or listen through like... Cool. Okay. Back on track a little bit. I've already read these, so I can't read them again, but... 50 Blessings is a very important name to pay attention to. I don't know if you even caught that in your first playthrough. Probably not, because I can turn it up a little bit more then, I guess. Yeah, you guys are going to be very quiet for me, though. There we go. How does this sound, game audio-wise? I'll give you a second while the stream catches up. Maybe. Game volume is still really low. Huh. Let's try that. Yeah, I'll have to try and play around with some test streams to see if I can figure it out later, but... Okay, we're good to go. Okay, let's pick up where I left off. So, 50 Blessings is an organization. It's a ultra-nationalistic organization. that's kind of hidden within the game's story. If you're not looking explicitly for every little detail, you probably end up missing it. But they are the ones behind all the masked killers. They're the ones who put Jacket up to it, they're the ones who put Richard up to it, they're the ones who put Jake up to it, and all the other masked killers that you can find who have failed in their job as well. Sometimes they hire people kind of unwittingly and blackmail them like they did with Richter. In Jacket's case, he signed up willingly and killed people willingly, but they normally go for people who have combat experience and military experience. And their primary goal is effectively the destruction of a relationship between America and the Soviet Union. It's Linda, I need a babysitter. Right away. Got a few kids that need to be disciplined here. I'm at East 7th Street. Make sure you have a long talk with him. I really need someone to get through to these rascals. And like last time, please be discreet. Now, what happens in the second game, we learn, is that effectively America ends up losing the Cold War in a sense. When we fight in Hawaii, it's against Russia invading Hawaii. We end up having to pull out, and Russia seizes Hawaii, and then in retaliation for even fighting back, they end up nuking San Francisco. And as a result, we semi-surrender to them. We have an open borders policy with them, which is where the Russian mafia comes in. They infiltrate a lot of major cities in the US, including Miami, which is where 50 Blessings is situated. And this is why the setting is Miami and why we're killing a whole bunch of Russian mobsters. Jacket fought in Hawaii alongside a Beard, which is why he's prime material for 50 Blessings operative. Oh. So a lot of these missions don't really have much of note to really say. As it's just kind of regular killings. There's not really a lot going on here, but as you can see, another one of these markings, this is the symbol of 50 Blessings. They'll leave this marking wherever there's going to be somebody to kill as a sort of confirmation as, yes, this is where the operative needs to go. There's not going to be a whole lot to say. I'll just keep my eye out for any newspaper clippings and any of the magazines. Now here's another hallucination. You don't need to order. Your pizza's already done. I had a feeling you were on your way here. Heh. Well, let's just leave it at that for now, shall we? Don't worry about paying. It's on the house. Now, an important thing to note as well with the Beard sightings. Beard does own a convenience store, or at least until he owned one until San Francisco got bombed. Never worked at these other places, but Beard is basically the only friend that Jacket's ever really had in his life. And so while he's in the coma, he starts hallucinating him everywhere. Alright, here's a newspaper clipping. 6 bodies found on East 7th Street. Police suspects ties to illegal drug trade. You'll find these newspaper clippings throughout the game. They're kind of like trophies that Beard likes to take as he does the jobs. You have one new message. This is Thomas from the Methadone Clinic. We've scheduled a short meeting for you tonight. We're at 184th Street, apartment 105, and don't worry, we know discretion is of importance to our clients. Overdose. Who's left? Do we have a gun? Oh. Oh. I guess I'll check chat after I finish each mission, just see if you've got any questions. Yeah, the Hawaii part in 2 makes a little more sense now, yeah. That's the explanation for effectively what drove Jacket to commit the killings, in part. Him fighting in Hawaii, Beard saves his life. In fact, if you remember the nuclear reactor meltdown, the one you have to carry out at the very ending scene is Jacket himself. Hey dude, good to see you again. Did you hear about the massacre the other night? A bunch of rescues, I heard. No loss, if you ask me. They said some maniac wearing a rubber mask did it. Sounds like a scene straight from a slasher flick. Heh. Oh yeah, I have the perfect film for you. The one on the desk. Take it, it's on the house. Enjoy yourself, dude. Alright. Another newspaper clipping. Another massacre has been reported on Northwest 184th Street. A string of gang-related violence throughout Miami. Hi, it's Kate from Hotline Miami's dating service. We have set up a date for you this evening. She'll be waiting for you at Southwest 53rd Place. As usual, make sure you wear something fancy. Let's see. Oh. And this is a fun weapon. If you hit somebody with it, it turns into a lethal projectile. And here we meet Girlfriend. Now, I don't think there's too much that has to really be explained. Although there are a few references that Beard makes to Jacket losing a girlfriend. It happens before this, but because he's kind of in like this coma state, it's a little unclear as to whether or not... Oh, I got a new high score on the level. It's a little unclear as to whether or not Beard is referring to when Richter kills the girlfriend, or if it's just another girlfriend that we never get to meet. The timeline gets a little confusing because everything has already happened, and he's just reliving the memories in a sort of distorted way. Hi there, welcome. You don't look well, sir. Are you alright? Are you sure it is okay for you to be drinking? Alright, then I will get you something special. You like sweet or sour? Maybe you want it bitter? There you go, sir, enjoy. Yep. A few people drunk themselves sick. So the only thing that's not like explicitly mentioned there, but it's pretty easy to pick up, is that a girlfriend was being trafficked to produce adult films by the Russian mafia. Oh, it's you again. It looks like you've been busy since we last met. I see that you remember me now, don't you? But you still don't know who I am. You don't even know who introduced us, do you? Why did you come back here? You're not a nice person, are you? You make me sick. A picture is starting to take form here. I wonder if it's accurate. Some pieces don't quite seem to fit. Or maybe I just don't like the way it looks. I think our time is up, but we'll meet again. Before you go, here's 4 questions to ponder. Question number 1. Do you like hurting other people? Question number 2. Who are leaving messages on your answering machine? Question number 3. Where are you right now? And the final question. Why are we having this conversation? That's all for now. See you soon. So I can answer 3 out of 4 of those questions. Where are we right now? We're in a hospital. Who's leaving the messages on the answering machine? That's 50 blessings. And then why are we having this conversation? Because Beard is... or not Beard. Jacket is in a state of trauma, trying to come to terms with everything that's happened leading up to him getting shot. I'll talk a little bit more about it. I'll talk a little bit more about it once we catch up there. I just saw your messages. No new newspaper clippings. Mir's girlfriend still recovering from being drugged. Good evening. This is Blake speaking. We have a job for you. There's a power outage over on 24th Northeast Street. We want you to take care of it. We already sent someone over a while ago, but it seems he didn't do a very good job. Head over there right away. We're expecting you. Keep it quick and clean. A power outage, and they already sent somebody over. That means that we're gonna find another masked operative for the first time. Alright, let's see. Oh, didn't want to let me pick up a gun. Oh. Nope. Uh-oh. Maybe this is the right choice. No, I think this will be the right choice. Nope. Okay. Hmm. Not sure why I'm having such a hard time with this one. There we go, that should be it. Oh. That's strange. Let's see. Brilliant idea. I'll use the skillet. So in here was the other masked operative. The one that I had sent before. Just kind of blew him up. Just for the fun of it. Also because that was the only way through. But this is the first confirmation that we have that Jack isn't the only one acting. How did I get in here? This way. I'm pissed, but I'm getting through the levels. I never knew a high score even though I died so much. Because it only matters the one time you succeed. Oh, hi there. Good to see you. I was a bit worried about you. The city streets don't seem so safe anymore, you know? What with all the killings and all that, I mean. Don't worry about paying. You're my friend. Your money's no good here. Now, have a nice night. The only one in the store? But what is all this? Some cracks are starting to form in the coma dreamlike state. This time we've got a new newspaper clipping. Bomb blast heard all the way downtown. Casualties still unknown. Charred remains. Several masked suspects witnessed at the... So that would be our doing. Again. Seems girlfriend's adjusting a little better to not being a prisoner anymore. It's Dave from Miami Pest Control. We need you. A client at Southwest 104th Street is having vermin problems. Try to handle it as quick and swift as you can. Someone else will clean up for you after you leave. Make sure not to bother any of the neighbors. Click. We got a cleanup crew. Full house. It seems it's having a little hard time loading the levels. Oh, I know what this one is. I've got a little secret to show you. Oh. Oh. Oh, this guy's still crawling around. Let's see, it's this way. Oh. Okay. And before we go, one quick little secret. Another masked operative. Hey, I think I get it now. This whole thing. All that has happened. It's just a dream, right? It's all just a bad dream, isn't it? I knew it. And here, you would normally get a mask that all that it does is increases the gore. Just adds extra blood whenever you kill people and makes limbs go flying everywhere. But there's another masked operative. You guys still with me? Chat hasn't moved in a little bit. Pretty good score. Let's see. No response there. I've unmuted in Discord. Are you guys still awake?
I'm still here.
Okay, cool. Cool.
I'm just kind of chatting with the missus and watching what you're doing and hearing what you're saying.
Sounds good, man. I'll press on. I'm not sure if black
There's
is
a lot of puzzle pieces that are starting to fit.
cool. Yeah, that was kind of a goal to help put things together.
I'll try and drop a chat on YouTube every now and then just to let you know I'm here.
Sounds good. I think Black might be asleep. He's unmuted, but he's not spoken at all. Alright.
Black might be dead.
Black, where are you?
Good evening. How are you doing? You look a bit distracted. Something got you worried? These are harsh times we're living through, and I know. I haven't seen many customers lately. Maybe they've lost their taste for pizza. Maybe it's time to close shop, once and for all. Anyway, got your order right here. Take care now. Alright. Looks like all the newspaper clippings have been removed from there. Girlfriend's taking a bath. Hi, it's Dawn from Hotel Blue. We need you tonight. Our receptionist went home due to stomach problems. And we have some VIPs who'll be staying with us today. Make sure you give them a great stay. They will be your top priority this evening. Now get going. This should be where we first meet the two janitors. Yep. Yeah, good instincts when you said something was wrong with them. Fun little fact about the janitors is that the two models are based off of the real-life people who made this game. Kind of interesting to put yourself in a sort of villain role as a stand-in. Alright. Here we go. I'll be taking that. Oh. Let's see. What's left are you, I think. Oh, hey. Can't see a thing down that hall. Oh. And just for fun, this is another approach that you can take. There's the second janitor. If you want to take a back route instead. There's also an achievement, and do it just because I've already got it. If you take the axe from here and use it on the guy who's on the toilet. So this level is a little more noteworthy because it wasn't just members of the Russian Mafia, but specifically all the larger thug models are supposed to be used to represent members of Congress who are part of the American Soviet pacts. So we did a political hit job this time. Rather than just our standard Mafia hit. Hey, my man. Boy, am I glad to see you. Have you been following the news about the killings? Now this is top secret. You can't tell anyone. But I have a friend who's in the police force. He told me there's rumors going around. There could be more than one perp. Maybe a whole bunch. A group of people wearing masks killing Russians. It's like it's something from a movie or something, right? Well, I think it's fascinating. Right. So just grab any movie you want. It's on the house. That's what friends are for. Let's see. What movie do we want? So that's supposed to be the first time, if you've not noticed the other mass killers, that is confirmation that there are more than one people acting. Looks like she's getting a little more comfortable being around the house. It's Harry from management. We have a problem. There's a big mess over by the condos on 122nd Southeast Street. One of the residents' water pipe burst. Wet all over. The whole building is going to be flooded soon. Hope you can get on this shit ASAP. Don't go easy on the mop. And of course the janitors are gone. Neighbors. Alright. Hello?
We're watching Binary, who's one of my moderators, play Hotline Miami. I've
yeah.
been muted because he hears himself through my Discord and shit. Yeah, we finished both movies tonight.
Feel free to come join if you want. I posted a link. Movie night. The voice chat.
This man Lee, he's a friend of Black's. He's just checking in. You can feel free to join. So.
Yep, that ping is where it is. Alright, let's resume.
So Binary doesn't hear doubles.
Let's see. I don't think there's anything of interest on this mission. That's what's of interest. This pot is a pot. I guess it doesn't have boiling water anymore. Or maybe I'm thinking the wrong pot. Oh. Oh. There's been a small change of plans. We have a prank caller at the telephone company. Why don't you go there and see if you can talk some sense with him? You know what I mean. 342nd Northwest Street. Go there now. Floor it. Alright. What a mess. Yep. There's Biker. Now, as you probably remember, this mission plays out two very distinct ways. Both Biker and Jacket seem to die, but that can't possibly happen. We know that Jacket's in a coma, so his version of events might be slightly different. What I think where the truth lies is that neither of them actually succeeded in killing the other and instead only wounded each other. Considering that we can actually find Biker in Hotline Miami 2, and Jacket is the one on trial as well, neither of them could have died here. So it means that they necessarily must have wounded each other to the point that they couldn't keep fighting, but they both managed to get away as well. This can't be happening. It can't end now. Not like this. I'm so close. So in Jacket's mind, he's the one who won. But of course, we don't actually see that. It's actually speculated upon that the reason that Jacket gets attacked by Richter is because he didn't succeed in actually killing Biker here. But his mind couldn't come to the terms with the fact that he didn't win, because that could be the only reason that he does get attacked. So to deflect blame, he imagines himself winning. Welcome back, sir. How are you tonight? You don't look so happy. To be honest, I don't feel too good either. Something in the air. I don't know. I just have this really bad feeling, like something terrible has happened tonight. I haven't felt this way since San Francisco. And there it is, the first mention of San Francisco. Of course, now we know what happened there. I don't like it. Not one bit. So how about a drink? It's on me. So that's something bad happening. There's a realization that Jacket didn't end up winning. So, you came back? How are you feeling? You look ill. Maybe you should see a doctor? I told you not to come back here. I see that my opinion of you doesn't matter. If you insist on returning here, then I should leave. Have you thought about what I asked you last time? I'm not here to give you any answers. Questions are all I have to offer a man like you. If you're not feeling well, maybe you should rest? Some things work out best when you don't try so hard. No matter who you are, bearing too much weight inevitably leads to the collapse of everything. Next time we meet will be the last. I can see it in your eyes. Before you go, I'll leave you with 3 predictions. Someone you know is not who you think he is. Something will soon be taken from you. On July 21st, you will wake up in a bigger house. That is all. Hi, it's Pat from the club. We want you to DJ tonight. You're free to play any kind of music you want. Beer is on the house. We're on 212 Northeast 24th Street. Dress to kill. See ya. So of course, playing through the game, we already know that what something will be taken from Jacket is girlfriend. And we already know that waking up in the bigger house will be when he wakes up from a coma. But if someone you know isn't who you think they are, Jacket never gets that answer. He ends up believing that Richter is part of a Russian mafia. But Richter is actually part of 50 Blessings. In fact, Jacket never even figures out who it is who's giving him orders. Really? think this mission doesn't have too much. Oh, wait. Carl. Right, this is never masked operative. This is where you get the mask Carl. He's the one with a grasshopper rubber mask. So once again, another masked operative dies here. Oh, there's Biker. Hey man, I gotta tell you something important. All of this is not really happening. Take a look. What you saw just now did not actually happen. You don't look like you believe me. Then, allow me to demonstrate. So you see, some part of his subconscious is trying to let him know, hey, something's not right here. You gotta just remember what actually happened, but he refuses to absolve himself of the guilt in his eyes. Hey man, nice to see you. Friendly faces are few and far between these days. Just take what you want, my treat. Have a good night, man. See ya. Also don't know if you've noticed, there's a man in the bathroom. He's missing the rat mask right now, but that's Richter right there. And there's a little 50 blessings marking right there as well. Let's see, what do I want to take? Anything at all? Nope, doesn't look like it. Let's see. As you can see, looks like our newspaper clippings have been replaced with cooking utensils, a toaster, and a knife and cutting board. If you also haven't noticed, overall the entire house is looking much tidier. You have one new message. Hi, this is Rick from a real estate office. There's a showing for an apartment downtown today. It's at Southwest 121st Street, apartment 35, open house. Just swing on by when you have the time. Recklessness is rewarded. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh. We're still alive. You. Oh. Oh, it's a dog from downtown. There we go. That's a close one. Nothing too special there, outside of a close encounter with a police foe. Oh. We don't like strangers around here. Ain't that right, Parker? That was unnecessary, but... Oh. What do you want? Could you hurry up? We're closing soon. Beard's dead. Where's Richter? Seems the dream is starting to break down a little bit. Hello there. This is Thomas from the Downtown Relaxation. We needed to fill in at the reception tonight. One of our employees has called in sick. Wear something fitting and discreet. Hot and heavy. Alright. Yeah, I guess Black must be passed out. So I haven't been talking much because there's not really much story right now. Jacket's just going on hit job after hit job. But he's good at his job, I guess. Yeah, that's a pretty good score. Considering that he didn't answer the first time, I doubt that he's alive right now. My hand kind of hurts after that. Give me a moment. Oh, gotta flex it a little bit. See, this is how I'm good at the game. I give myself carpal tunnel. Oh, yeah, you might have been in the bathroom still when we went through this last time, but yeah, here we are with the illusions are breaking. The dream is coming apart. Richter has replaced Beard, and Beard is dead in all these scenes. What are you looking at? Hey, I recognize you. You look very familiar. Have we met before? Getting closer and closer. Get out of my face, asshole! Now his apartment's not even safe from his delusions. In this dreamlike state. This is Jim from the office. Just wanted to remind you that your report is due tomorrow morning. Have it on my desk by 8. 312 Southeast Street is the address, in case you forgot. That was a lot of clicks. Even more clicks. So the missions themselves won't have too much special going on. But as you can see in between, things are not put together all that well. This is the level that Argot got jump scared on. I know what I want to do. Maybe. I don't think that'll work. No. Give me something. Ah. Alright. Oh. I give up. You win. So now it seems that even the Mafia is aware of the mass killers enough to send their own hitmen after them. Things are gonna start unraveling soon. Pretty close to my high score. There's the marking again. Here's Richter. Hey, you. A VIP is only tonight. I think you better leave. What the fuck are you looking at? Ever steadily, everything starts unraveling. There's girlfriend. She's been killed. And here's your Richter. Ah, there you are. I was wondering when you'd be getting back. Well, let's get this over with then. Looks like it's only you and me left now. I'm sure you know by now that this won't end well. Soon you will be all alone. But that's okay. Before we say goodbye, I'll let you in on a secret. What you do from here on won't serve any purpose. You'll never see the whole picture. That's all your own fault. Now it's time for you to leave. There's a warm bed across the hall from here. And you look like you could use some rest. Hey Doc, when's this bastard gonna wake up? I don't know. He's been in a coma for weeks now. But he is going to wake up, right? This guy is a prime suspect in a major case. Look, my guess is as good as yours. Though I can say that it might be a while. Still not even fully healed from a surgery. Is there nothing you can do? We need this guy. You people weren't able to save his girlfriend. I mean, we've got the perp who shot them in the locker. But that asshole ain't seeing shit. And what makes you think this guy will? And there is the prophecy they are given fulfilled. We have woken up in a bigger house. A little bit of high octane stealth. Let's see. Oh. I don't think I've ever had as hard of a time with this as I am right now. I think they're synchronized, the two. Yeah. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Oh. Which one was the secret exit? I think it might be that one. Let's see. Yep. Okay. I think I do still remember something about the game. I just gotta watch out for this last guy. That's a fun little trick. If you don't want to deal with the level, is you can exit that way. Huh? I vandalized my car. And would you look at that? The 50 blessings marking right there. Let's see, is there anything else to check out in here? I think so. Here we go. One thing not everybody catches is that there are metal detectors on this level, which will alert the whole floor to your presence. And the batons. Not my favorite weapon in the world. Oh, I see. That's new. Don't seem to be able to execute them on the spot. Nice little pile up of bodies, I guess. Uh-oh. What's left? Oh. The elevator is magically clean. Alright, here we go. There we go. Middle is clear. Who's left? Ah. Gotta be shitting me. Why are you... Look, man. Sorry about your girl. It wasn't anything personal. I know you made it all the way here, but I think you're in for a disappointment. I don't really have any answers for you. Damn, that hurt. You know, we might not be that different, you and I. Have you also been getting those weird phone calls? I wish I had something to tell you, but I don't. The police might know more about this mess than I do. We should have a file on the case somewhere. I'll ask you to spare my life, but you look like you've made up your mind. A little awkward being inside the sink, but... So of course we know Richter's also a 50 Blessings operative. But Jacket is under the mistaken presumption that he's actually acting on behalf of the Russian Mafia. Nice, another new high score. Let's see what we've learned. Suspects claim to have been threatened into, instructed to kill by messages on there. Phone calls traced to a club on South 86th Street. Ties to underground Russian Mafia network. Multiple accounts of illegal activity reported. Insufficient evidence for a warrant. Here we go. A little bit of vengeance. Nope. Oh, always wants to give me the thing that I throw. There we go. Who's left? No guns over here. Look, man, I don't want no trouble here. The safe is open. Just take what you want and go. Look, I'm not the owner. He's not here. I just run the club. Let's be civil about this. Alright, alright. I'll give you his address. Just, please don't hurt me, okay? He's on Northeast 114th place. Please just go now, okay? No mercy. Here we go. Pretty close to my high score. Showdown. Let's see how many attempts it takes me to get through this. And who do we have here? You must be one of the assholes killing all my men. Doesn't look like you're here to chat. So why don't we get this over with? Leave him to me. Oh. I guess it's just you and me left now. Not bad. I'm impressed. I wonder what gave you this thirst for blood. I've never seen anything quite like it. Now I want to see who's hiding behind that mask. I can see where this is going. Heh. I'll spare you the pleasure. One last phone call. Hello? Hello? What's going on down there? I'm trying to sleep. Is there anyone there? Can you hear me? Hello? Goddamn phones. I fucking hate these things. And one last target. Ah, so you're the one causing the ruckus. What's your business here? Actually, why don't we skip the details? I've done so many horrible things. Nothing seems to really matter anymore, does it? I'm not going anywhere, as you can see. Just go ahead and do whatever you came here to do. And that's the game! Or at least Jacket's part in the game. So this was the leader of the Russian mafia. His name is just Boss, or Father. Most people call him Father. Of course, that's mostly because he's the father of the character that you've been playing in Hotline Miami 2. I must have missed whenever you commented, damn, that's messed up, dude. Was it, when Jacket got the wrong lead and went to the wrong people? But anyways, yeah, this is the father of a character you've been playing through in the last little bit of Hotline Miami 2, Son, who takes over for the Russian mafia and tries to put it back in charge of the underground in Miami, because the Colombians have kind of taken over ever since Father's death. Alright, I guess we can skip the credits. I don't have anything more to yap about. Not for a little while. This is where a lot of the information that I've been talking to you about comes from, is Biker. You think I'm stupid, huh? I look stupid to you? I know you aren't telling me everything. You helped me get into this mess. You told me it would be exciting, didn't you? Well, I'm fucking bored. I'm done, man. I've had it. I want out, and you're gonna tell me how. This stupid game's gonna end now, you hear me? Alright. Calm down, man. You don't realize how much trouble I'll be in. There's a guy hiding out at the Blue Dragon. Tiny Chinese restaurant downtown. He knows more. Just don't mention my name to anyone, okay? I'm as good as dead anyway. Oh, this place has been marked. You have 3 throwing knives. Brilliant. Yep. My knives. I guess we just brute force it. Look here, punk. I've got some things I need to know. So you better answer my questions, okay? Who are the people who keep leaving me messages? And don't even think about bullshitting me, okay? I won't hesitate to pull you apart if I have to. I'll tell you what I want, what I know. Just don't hurt me. I can't tell you who's calling the shots, but they're using the phone hom to sweep up your trails. I only helped them set it up at the station. You'll have to hack into their system to trace them. I went into hiding as soon as the job was finished. They seem to have some form of political agenda. Scared the shit out of me. Spent all my savings on getting this rat hole. That's all I have. Okay. So now I know it's phone hom that we gotta go to. You have one new message. Hello, it's Mark from Miami Drop-Off. It looks like you missed your delivery last night. We've got another parcel for you today. Please drop it off at Southwest 107th Place. Our clients will not tolerate further delays. Click. Okay. So it seems he's missed one job that he was ordered to do. So he's got to take care of this one real quick. That's new. I keep getting caught in the geometry. One knife left. Yes, Windows. Looks like Biker had a bit of excitement. Somebody's passed out from drug use. You have one new message. Hi, it's Jane. It was nice to see you again. How about another date tonight? Pick me up at Northeast 158th Street around 9, okay? Put on one of those nice suits you've got. You're taking me somewhere fancy this evening. Here's Biker's perspective. Should I murder everybody? What do you think? Once you're caught up, you can let me know. You did? Well, since that's what Jacket sees, probably is accurate. There we go. Stay away from me. Security! Security! Look, sir, please don't kill me. Please, I'll do anything. Interesting. North 87th place, huh? So that's where you've been hiding. Uh-oh. Get out of here if you don't want to die. Okay, have it your way. You had your chance. Of course, we also know this can't happen. Can't have his face smashed in. So it's presumed that Biker also doesn't remember exactly what happened this night because he had just come from a drug-filled rave. You have one new message. Hi, it's Ben from Miami Funeral Parlor. I'm just calling to tell you we have a tombstone you ordered done and ready to be delivered. With a little luck, you should be getting it before the weekend. Well, well. Looks like they've hired more hitmen to go after him. Okay. And here's the janitors. Now, since we've reached the end of the game, I think I'll do this level twice. I'll do it once to show you what is presumed to actually happen, which is not finding the secret ending. That's the one that you already saw. And I'll explain why it's presumed this. What's this? Looks like I need a password to access this computer. Oh. Right. If I interact with the computer at all. Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. You already saw the correct but not secret ending. But once you collect all the puzzle pieces and you arrange them into the password, which is I was born in the USA, you can interact with that computer and get the truth. Now, everybody assumes that the non-secret ending is the canon one because when you find Biker in the Hotline Miami 2, which you did not, it's kind of a hidden secret, so you can do an interview as Evan, the writer, for one who has to go non-lethal for the most part. You can do an interview with Biker, and he doesn't seem to really understand what happened. He just knows that he found these janitors and decided to kill them because he was the one being led on. But he doesn't really remember much about any of the motives behind anything that happened. So it's assumed that he didn't find a way to hack into the computer. But if you do hack into the computer, you can get a little more answers out of the janitors down here when you go to pay them a visit. Which is what we'll do today. So this is the base of your operations, huh? Infiltrating the enemy. How clever of you. You're the asshole from Phone Home last night. What do you want? I looked for your computer upstairs, and I thought we should have a little talk about your line of work. You don't know shit. Our system is password protected. No one knows the password but the two of us. I was born in the USA. How the hell did you figure that out? Let's just say I used a little magic. So, let me get this straight. You're nationalist scumbags. You threaten your members into doing your dirty work. And this whole thing is a two-man operation? You could say that. Though we like to call ourselves patriots. We volunteered to conduct this little experiment by ourselves. But I can assure you, we're just the tip of the iceberg. We're setting up operations all over the country. How did you come up with this crazy scheme? Crazy? What you need to realize is that all you gotta do to get people to do what you want them to is to make them think there'll be consequences if they don't. It's a principle our whole society is built upon. So it's okay to threaten people into killing each other? Wake up, man. Don't you see this is a country at war? 50 Blessings is a foundation for patriots. Our members must fill out a form in which they state that they're willing to die for the sake of our nation. You might remember this. You're a member too, right? And you expect to topple the Russo-American coalition using methods like this? Oh, don't you worry about that. We'll have this country back on its feet soon enough. Give us 5 years, and you'll see what we're capable of. This is just the first step. You'll understand in time. We've got some very powerful people on our side. You know what? I think I've heard enough now. I have no interest in politics. You people have wasted enough of my time already. So there you have it. You're going to see the consequences very soon on Hotline Miami 2 of what they're setting up, seeing as the game takes place 5 years later. Of course, when you talk to Biker in Hotline Miami 2, you never do get the answer as to... Or he never got the answers as to why everything was happening. He wasn't able to hack into the computer. I mean, imagine how difficult it must be to come up with a password like that. Even if it's a common song by Bruce Springsteen. I don't think you would assume that that would be a password to a computer. So I hope that kind of clears up everything that happened in the game. Wow. I did the game in what, 3 hours? I started at 11:30, I think. How long has the stream been running? 2 hours ago. Oh. Sick. Ugh. But I hope that does clear up everything that happened in the game, and then also... Yeah. I've done this a few times. Just to run it, blitzing through the game. Especially when I did, went and got all the achievements. Very familiar with the levels. I had to optimize them to get the maximum score, or at least get to an A+ score. There are some people who have managed to finagle the game enough that they max out the maximum possible score on each level, which caps out at like 999,999. It's kind of nuts, but there's so many of them that even if you get that score, you can't make it to the top of the list. Basically, whoever discovered the way to do it first is the one who made it to the top of the list forever. And it's been years since this game came out. But, let's see. What else have we not gone over? Oh yeah, 50 Blessings. So you remember the commander that you serve in Hawaii, right? He has a moment of like a manic breakdown. He puts on a panther mask and he starts talking about how all of them are pawns being used. He actually draws the symbol of 50 Blessings on his forehead. It's assumed that he is the one who started the whole organization and put everybody up to it. And then anything else that needs to go over? I don't think there's much that needs to be explained. Hotline Miami 2, I think, makes a lot more sense. So once you know about 50 blessings, everything starts getting put together. Evan Wright, the police officer, or not the police officer, the journalist, he's trying to discover the truth of everything that happens. He can talk to Biker, he talks to Richter. He doesn't ever truly get to the bottom of everything, but he gets very close. And then Manny Pardo, he's just I think the only missions you have are the sun, so I can go over everything there. Manny Pardo. Let me just make sure I don't actually spoil anything. No, looks like you've got one more with him. Never mind. I'll only go over the characters who you've finished everything with. So you finished everything with everybody except for the Sun and Manny. Those are the two characters you've got left to play. So Richter, he got blackmailed into joining. You have, of course, got to see his car get torched, and then his mother gets threatened. But then they offer money in order to help his mother get cured of her illness. So he decides to join up. You've got the fans. They are, of course, fans of the masked killers. But they also served in Hawaii. They just never got enlisted because they were one of the smaller units of people who served. They, of course, have a tragic fate, end up dying. Although they take down quite a few people along with them. And then you've got Jake. He is just a pawn, but somehow he ends up figuring out that 50 Blessings is the one who's giving him all the orders. And so they send him on a suicide mission. A mission that's completely impossible for him to complete. So he can't spill any information. They try to torture it out of him, but he doesn't talk. Martin, who is the actor that you play as for the tutorial, he doesn't really have much of a part to play in anything. He's just putting on a really shitty slasher just because he wanted to do one and act out his more violent desires. Yeah, the twins are quite rough. I mean, they're cool, and I'm sure they're probably technically the best of all of the characters available. But if you just can't get your head wrapped around it, it can be quite terrible. The henchman, he's just there. He doesn't add too much. Yeah, I think that's about everything. Except for what you're about to see at the very end of the game. Which, I mean, it depends on if you've stayed up too long, if you'll end up streaming or not. And then the last mystery of Hotline Miami, I think, is who are the people talking to Jacket? You've of course got Richard, Ramses, and Don Juan, but they represent three parts of people he has to interact with on a day-to-day basis. Richard kind of represents himself, but Richard represents a little more than just himself, as he also appears to other people in Hotline Miami too. It's taken that Richard is kind of a manifestation of impending doom, that something terrible is going to come. And then we have Ramses, who represents the mobsters that he's been busy killing. He presumes, as a sort of justification for himself, that they all hate him just as much as he hates them. Now, I don't know if it's true. It's mostly taken that they kind of fear him because of how many people he's killed, but the same exact hatred, I don't think they carry quite as much. And then the last one, Don Juan, is supposed to be a nurturing voice in his head, telling him that it's okay if he doesn't want to remember, and that there's a way to start fresh. But of course he never took the advice, and he never took the sign. And that sign was girlfriend, so Don Juan kind of represents girlfriend there. An opportunity for a fresh beginning that he could leave the killing behind. But of course he ends up failing at killing Biker, and that's presumed why Richter is sent after him. And his tragedy is that he never actually figures out what exactly was going on and who was sending him after the different mafia locations. He reaches a false conclusion, and that's all that he's left with. But we do know that he makes it out alive. He is the one who is in court during the parts with, what's his name? Evan Wright, the reporter. So we know he made it out from the fight with Biker. And we also know Biker made it out from the secret conversation you can have with Biker in the game. You have to go out of the way to find it, but you can find it. Neither of them reached the truth, of course, because anybody who did reach the truth was killed by 50 blessings. But yeah, I think that covers it all. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching tonight's stream. Arga, I wonder if you're watching the VOD. I wonder how much of this will get muted. I know you said you wanted to watch along. But, yeah. I think that's it. I will see you guys in the future. The lore is insane. Yeah, it is pretty insane. It goes crazy. It's an alternate history of what if there was open warfare between the USSR and between America, and America lost as well. No problem, Chaos. Glad you at least stuck around. Seems everybody else is dozed off, but they'll be able to watch it later. I just hope that the muting only mutes the game audio and not my own voice. So long as my voice is there, everything should be able to be explainable. I don't know how much Argot cares about the explanations, but I know he just wanted to watch me play it. I can rub it in his face. Yeah. Good night, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.